Welcome to this week's episode of Adventure Amps Podcast. Buckle up because we've got fun. Adrenaline pumping show lined up for you. First off, we're exploring 10 obscure Colorado towns that are absolute gems for e-biking adventures. Think hidden trails, stunning scenery, and that perfect mix of challenge and chill. Then dive into two epic micro moments. My thrilling ride along the breathtaking Rio Grande del Norte National Monument, where rugged canyons and wild rivers make for an unforgettable day of exploration. And to top it off, strap in for my rant on endorphins, the natural highs that turn every adventure into pure bliss. Let's amp it up now. Hit play. Welcome to the Adventure Amps Podcast, your gateway to high-altitude thrills of Leadville, Colorado. Nestled at 10,152 feet, Leadville is America's highest incorporated city, surrounded by towering peaks like Mount Elbert, Mount Massive, steeped in vibrant mining history. Leadville invites you to explore this historic gem, where Victorian air charm meets endless outdoor adventures. Think hiking, e-biking, and epic mountain bike trails. Every 2 weeks, we're going to dive into the business of adventure in Leadville, spotlighting the local businesses that power this community, from cozy lodges to family-owned restaurants and historic saloons. Join us as we share the electrifying stories, insider tips, and the gritty spirit of Leadville locals, inspiring your next adventure in this top of the Rockies paradise. Welcome back to the Adventure Amps Podcast, folks. I'm your host, Mike, the guy that traded office chairs for e-bike saddles, and I've never looked back. Because honestly, who wants to pedal uphill like a hamster on a wheel when you can zoom with electric assist? Last episode, we talked about the top 10 cities in Colorado for e-bikes, and today we're diving into a special 20-minute segment that's all about uncovering Colorado's best-kept secrets on two wheels. If you're like me, an adventurer who loves recreating with e-bikes and hikes, this one's for you. We're talking the e-bike loop, 10 hidden Colorado towns. This isn't your touristy Denver to Aspen jaunt. It's 820 miles loop through ultra obscure gems, perfect for e-biking with scenic trails, low traffic, and that unbeatable endorphin rush that we ranted about last episode. Picture this. Starting and ending in Leadville, Colorado, at a whopping 10,150 feet elevation, accessible via US 24. The total driving distance is going to be about 820 miles, clocking in at between 15 to 17 hours behind the wheel. But don't worry, we're suggesting a leisurely 5 to 8 days, with 1 day per town dedicated to 3 to 4 hours of e-biking bliss, plus short 1 to 3 hour drives between stops. This loop can be completed in segments if you are short on time. The route is Leadville to Westcliffe, to Antonito, to South Fork, to Rico, to Nucla, to Norwood, to Eds, Campo, and Ordway, and back to Leadville. You'll follow highways like US 24, Colorado 165, US 160, Colorado 145, US 50, US 287, and Colorado 96. Think stunning views, minimal traffic, plenty of spots to recharge your batteries, both literally and figuratively. Why e-bikes? I believe they're game changers, making those very terrains accessible to all levels, from rookies like that beginner version of me nervously gripping the handlebars, to the seasoned pros gliding up switchbacks. And Colorado's got permissive rules. Class 1 e-bikes are often allowed on trails, and Class 2 might even have some restrictions. So always check with the locality where you're riding. Pack a portable charger, helmet, and layers. High altitude spots like Leadville can be chilly even in the summer. All right, let's hit the road. Town by town. We'll spend a minute or two on each, weaving in the e-bike highlights, bike culture vibes, ride suggestions, and where to recharge. So let's grab your headphones, imagine the wind in your hair, and let's pedal into Leadville first. Town number 1, Leadville, the high altitude historic hub, nestled in central Colorado at 10,150 feet. This is your starting and ending point. Population around 2,600 with a gritty mining history that bleeds into vibrant cycling scene. Think the famous Leadville Trail 100 bike rest. It's got that tough, high-altitude vibe where riders bond over post-ride stories at spots like High Mountain Pies. For e-biking, you've got over 20 miles of trails. The star, of course, is the Mineral Belt Trail, a 12-mile e-bike-friendly loop with flat to gentle grades winding through historic mining sites and aspen groves. Low traffic roads and cool climate make it super safe. My ride suggestion, tackle that Mineral Belt Trail. 12 miles, mostly flat, will take you between 1.5 to 2 hours. You'll see mining relics and killer mountain views. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are allowed on city trails. You can recharge at High Mountain Pies for some pizza or hit up the e-bike of Colorado for services and rentals. Pro tip, if you're new to altitude, take it slow. That endorphin rush hits different up here. Next up, we're going to travel about 80 miles south via Colorado 165. It's about an hour and a half drive to Westcliffe, Wet Mountain Valley's starry hangout or hideout, whatever you want to call it. Tiny town, population about 500 in the Wet Mountain Valley. It's got dark sky status, so imagine e-biking under a blanket of beautiful stars. The bike culture's serene, tied to a ranch town charm. Locals at Tony's Mountain Pizza host rides that end with stargazing chats. E-bike perks, over 20 miles of trails like the Rainbow Trail, gentle gravel paths in the Santa de Cristo Mountain views. Ultra low traffic and sunny skies for safe rides. My ride idea, the Rainbow Trail. It's 10 miles with gentle climbs. Takes you about an hour to 2 hours. Class 1 e-bikes are good to go. You can recharge at Tony's for meals or Westcliffe's Outdoor Sports for basic services. This spot's perfect for that peaceful reset. Nothing like pedaling into the starry night to feel alive. The next day, we're going to get up and we're going to drive 110 miles, 2 hours via Colorado 17 south, and then US 285 south brings us to Antonito, San Luis Valley's southernmost outpost. This is near the New Mexico border. Population has 800 people with an authentic, very minimal bike scene. Locals at the Dutch Mill Cafe share tips on exploring the Cumbers and Tolek scenic railroad routes. E-bikers are loved for being so eco-friendly. Trails galore, 20 plus miles, including the Conejos River Trail. It's a flat gravel through sagebrush and river valleys. It's sunny, safe, and serene. That's the trail I suggest. It's 12 miles and it's flat. Takes you 1.5 to 2 hours, and you have awesome valley views. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are allowed. When you're finished, you can grab coffee at the Dutch Mill Cafe or services at High Country Sports. This is like stepping into a quieter part of Colorado. Pure bliss for reflective rides. Just 45 miles, 1 hour via US 160 West is South Fork, Colorado. The Rio Grande's quiet retreat. Population around 400. Has a small bike scene with locals at the South Fork Malt Shop who organize casual rides. This town is all about fishing and outdoors. They are welcoming e-bikers along the Rio Grande River. This place has 15 plus miles of trails like the Rio Grande River Trail. It's flat gravel with mountain views. This is mild climate, low traffic, and a very safe haven to ride. I would suggest you ride the Rio Grande Trail. It's 10 miles of flat, take you an hour to an hour and a half. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are permitted. You can recharge with burgers at the malt shop or tools at the South Fork Sporting Goods. This is one gem for that Riverside Zen. Then we're off 85 miles or an hour and a half drive via US 160 West and Colorado 145 North. We're going to Rico, San Juan's ghost town gem. Population is 300. Rugged bike culture at the Rico Hotel, where the trails start and e-bikers bond over old silver mines, gritty ghost town vibes. There's about 15 plus miles, like the Rico West Dolores Trail. This is a gravel trail through alpine meadows and mining sites. This place is cool, remote, and safe. Ride it. 10 miles, gentle climbs, 1.5 to 2 hours to get it done. Class 1 e-bikes are allowed on the U.S. forest trails. Meals at the Rico Hotel. Portable charger recommended because the services here are limited. Feel like an explorer in this hidden alpine spot. So now it's time for us to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, the people that pay me to be able to do this, and I appreciate all of their help.
Struggling up those hills on your old bike? Feeling like a hamster on a wheel, going nowhere fast? Say no more to huffing and puffing with the e-bike shop of Colorado in Leadville. We've got sales on zippy e-bikes that'll make mountains feel like molehills, expert service to keep your ride smooth with no more chain reactions, and single-day tours where you cruise Colorado's trails like a boss without the sweat stains. Visit coloradoebikeshop.com for everything e-bike. Because why pedal hard when you can pedal smart? The e-bike shop of Colorado. Elevate your spirit of adventure.
We are back from our break, and we're going 90 miles, 2 hours via Colorado 145 North and Colorado 141 North to Nucla, West Colorado's western slope desert retreat on the Uncompahgre Padre Plateau. Population 700 people. Really quirky culture at the Nucla General Store. Trail talk over uranium mining relics in this offbeat community. This used to be an old mining company town, so imagine you're stepping back into history. There's 20 plus miles on the Paradox Trail. This is a gravel trail through desert canyons of pinyon juniper, mild, quiet, and safe. You pedal for 12 miles up these gentle grades. It'll take you an hour and a half to 2 hours for beautiful vistas. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are allowed. You can grab snacks at the general store and local tools. It's quirky Colorado at its best. It's desert magic on wheels. You will not forget Nucla, Colorado. We're going to do a short hop. This is one of those rides that you can do 2 rides in one day. We're going to do a short hop. It's 30 miles. It's 45 minutes via Colorado 141 North and Colorado 145 to Norwood. Western Slopes Ranch Land Hideout in San Miguel County. Its population is 500. It has a spirited, small biking scene at the Lone Cone Coffee House. Ranching routes and the rustics are welcome. 15 plus miles on Thunder Trails are gentle gravel through sagebrush and the San Juan foothills. Sunny and low traffic in this area. Explore 8 miles, gentle climbs. It'll take you an hour to an hour and a half. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are permitted. You can grab a coffee at Lone Cone. Services at Norwood Mercantile. And this is ranch land. Simplicity shines here. It is a wonderful little community out on the western slope. Now we've got a big drive ahead of us. We're going to drive 250 miles, 4.5 hours via Colorado 141 South to US 50 East to US 285 South to EADS. It's Eastern Plains Forgotten Hub. Population 600. They don't have a bike culture. You have to go to the community center for group rides. Plain sunset stories at JJ's restaurants. And this is rugged rural atmosphere. This is a small community out in the Eastern Plains. 15 plus miles on the Kiowa Creek Path. It's a flat gravel through prairies and cottonwoods. It's dry, sparse, and safe. You can cruise on this trail. Take you about an hour, hour and a half. Class 1 and Class 2's bikes e-bikes are allowed on the trails. Your meal is at EJ's and repairs at the hardware store. This is off-grid prairie piece. Enjoy it. 60 miles is our next stop. It's 1.5 hours via US 287 to Campo. Southeast Plains Borderland Secret near Oklahoma. This is population 100. Bare bones biking scene at the Campo Calf. They'll give you great prairie tips, and this is a pioneer vibe out here. 15 miles on the Comanche grassland trail. It's flat dirt through prairies and canyons. It's warm, solitary, and safe. Pedal 10 miles flat, takes you an hour to 2 hours with lots of cool stops for pictures. The views are just amazing. Class 1 e-bikes are allowed. You can grab snacks at the Campo Cafe. I'm telling you to bring your portable charger because you're going to need it. But this is borderland. Solitude awaits you. We're going to drive 90 miles or an hour and a half via US 50 West and Colorado 96 West to Ordway. This is our Eastern Plains. It's quiet cross roads. This is our biggest community that we've gone to. Population 1,000. It does have a minimal bike scene at the Ordway Cafe. They schedule casual rides, and it has a farming town heritage. Down to earth. Best ride here is on Lake Hendry Trail. It's flat, gravel around prairies and reservoirs. This area is dry, obscure, and safe. Ride 8 miles and enjoy that trail. The Lake Hendry Trail is amazing. Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes are allowed. Meals at the Ordway Cafe, tools at the Ordway Hardware, and remember, this is quiet crossroads charm at its best. And this brings you to the end. Once you finish out in Ordway, you're going to get back on the road. You're going to drive 2.5 hours via Colorado 96 West and US 24 North. And you're going to end up back in Leadville. I started and ended in Leadville because that's where I'm from. But you can start and end this journey of these 10 obscure towns anywhere from the state of Colorado. We have put this out on our blog too and listed where to go for this 820-mile loop that's doing this. Why does this loop rock for e-bikes? It connects the most obscure towns with safe trails, diverse scenery, from prairies to mines. And the e-bikes let us level the playing field and the local cultures of all of the cool places in Colorado. And it adds the flavor to our life, like Westcliffe Stars, or Norwood's Ranches, or Nucla's Mines, or the history of Leadville. This loop balances the car drive time and the rides for an epic 5 to 8 days. My pro tip is verify all the e-bike rules. Make sure you pack your chargers, helmets, and bring layers. Check the weather for hot plains or the cool nights in the mountains. I hope you pedal Colorado's hidden loop in 2025. We crafted it for efficiency, safety, and insights. And I want to know if you know a secret spot that we've missed, share it below or drop us an email at the e-bike shop of Colorado. This was a wonderful tour for us. We look forward to seeing you out on the trails.
Welcome to Micro Moment on Adventure Amps Podcast. Dive into quick e-bike tips, hidden trails, and epic Colorado gems that fuel your next adventure.
Buckle up, adventurers. It's time for a fun micro moment on the Adventure Amps Podcast. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of the Rio Grande Gorge, the sun rising over the vast expanse of northern New Mexico. This is the Rio Grande del Norte National Monument, a rugged wonderland established in 2013, spanning over 242,000 acres of dramatic landscapes. The air is crisp at 7,000 feet elevation, carrying the faint scent of sagebrush and pinyon pine. As you gaze down, the Rio Grande River carves an 800-foot deep chasm through ancient volcanic rock. Its waters rushing below like silver thread, connecting the past and the present. This river, one of the first designated as a wild and scenic, twists alongside the Red River, forming canyons dotted with prehistoric petroglyphs, etchings left by the ancient peoples who hunted and gathered here for a millennia. Feel the echoes of history from the Paleo-Indian hunters to the Ute and Pueblo tribes, and later the Spanish explorers and settlers who traversed this wide open plains. Breathe in deeply. Around you, volcanic cones rise like silent guardians. The Ute Mountain, tallest at over 10,000 feet, watches over herds of bighorn sheep scaling the cliffs. Elk roam the sagebrush flats, while golden eagles soar overhead, their cries piercing the quiet. In the spring, wildflowers bloom in bursts of color. In the fall, the cottonwoods along the river turn golden. Now picture embarking on an adventure. Hike the La Junta Trail, descending into the gorge for a Riverside picnic, or rafting the thrilling Taos Box section, where whitewater challenges even the seasoned paddlers. For a gentler pace, drive or bike the Wild River Backcountry Byway, a 13-mile bicycle-friendly loop offering stunning overlooks and access to the rim trails. This monument isn't just land. It's a living tapestry of geology, ecology, and culture, protected for generations. It's extremely close to the fun Enchanted Circle Byway in northern New Mexico, an 84-mile loop of mountain adventures, including skiing and hiking, and charming towns like Taos and Red River. As the sun climbs higher, casting shadows across the canyon, take a moment to reflect. In this vast silence, find your own connection to the wild heart of the Southwest. Whether you're seeking solitude or thrill, Rio Grande del Norte calls you to explore, to preserve, and to remember the power of untamed nature.
Tired of vacation disasters? Like getting lost in Miami's sweltering heat, battling bugs while jazzing in New Orleans, or Nashville honky-tonks going totally honky-wonky? Say goodbye to flops with Epic Happy Adventure's new multi-day tours. We're pedaling through Miami's beaches, New Orleans vibes, Fort Myers beach sunsets, Nashville's tunes, and Vegas's neon lights. For all levels, from couch potatoes to speed demons, e-bikes and hilarious guides are provided. No sweat, just epic fun. Visit EpicHappyAdventures.com to reserve your adventure, because life's too short for boring trips. Elevate your spirit of adventure with Epic Happy Adventures.
My rant this week is going to be kept upbeat. We're going to focus on the positives, because who needs negativity when you're out conquering trails like a caffeinated squirrel? Let me tell you about this wonderful endorphin rush that you get from powering up a steep hill on your e-bike or completing a tough hike. It is like a natural high that reaches into you deeply, making you feel that you could take on anything, and it lets you already start planning your next outing, even if it's just to a local park trail after a long workday. Because face it, sometimes adventure means not getting lost in your own backyard. If you are just starting out, like a beginner who grabs an e-bike for a weekend of fun or laces up the shoes for a neighborhood hike, you're starting at that hill or that rocky path, heart racing, thinking, am I really doing this? My legs are going to hate me and probably file for divorce. Those nerves ramping up intensely, your sweaty palms, gripping the handlebars, maybe even second guessing if you packed enough water, or if that trail map app on your phone is accurate. Spoiler, it's probably leading you to a coffee shop instead. But you've activated the pedal assist, and you've taken your first step. You're pushing through the burn, you're breathing heavily, like you've just run from the bear or a really enthusiastic squirrel. And suddenly, you're at the top, cruising down or overlooking a great view. That rush floods in like a warm wave, saying in your back of your mind, I did it. I'm on top of the world. Your body is producing those happy chemicals. Smile wide on your face, wider than you've ever felt. And you're hooked. You're searching for that next easy trail or your bike path because of this feeling. You're chasing that feeling. You want that feeling. Much better. This is much better than relaxing on the couch with snacks after a stressful week. And honestly, combining the two sounds like heaven. Then once you've gained some more experience, say intermediate level, like someone who fits in the rides or hikes around family time, you're not as worried anymore. You've done a few hilly e-bike rides or hikes with some elevation. So now it's a good mix. Let us see what you have. With that little nervousness, just enough to keep things spicy, like adding hot sauce to your trail mix, you are picking smarter routes, maybe adjusting your e-bike's power mode for climbing or pacing yourself on the hike to avoid fatigue while thinking about dinner plans later. Pro tip, reward yourself with a great dinner. Calories don't count after a hike, right? When you complete that long ascent or scramble over those boulders without slipping, the endorphins surge and it's pure joy. It's mixed with this proud feeling like, I've improved. It eliminates the daily stress from the work or the chores. It leaves you energized for hours. Enough to finally tackle that laundry pile. And you're already messaging your friends about tougher loops or longer hikes that fit into your schedule. It is an addictive in the best way, turning your weekends into essential adventures to recharge you for the week ahead. Because nothing says productive Monday like sore legs and a goofy grin. And for the experts, the people who have been exploring trails for years, logging in miles on their e-bikes through the mountains or backpacking epic hikes like it's no big deal, perhaps balancing it with everyday life like jobs and kids. You're the multitask masters who can pedal uphill while mentally packing school lunches. That rush is your everyday fuel. The reason you load up the bike rack at sunrise before the family wakes, or you lace up your boots for a multi-day trek during vacation. You have the flow mastered. You're gliding up your switchbacks with just the right assist, or navigating rooty, steep hikes like you are part of the landscape. You are one with nature, except when you trip over that root and you pretend that was intentional. It is not about just making it. It's the calm zone where everything aligns, senses heighten, blending in with the trees and the views while clearing your mind from routine worries. Goodbye, endless email chains. Hello, inner peace with that side of sweat. Conquering that challenging ride or trail proves and provides such a strong invincibility boost that you are planning your next big one before you even cool down. Steeper grades, more remote paths, whatever increases it without disrupting your daily life. Because even the experts need to make it home before bedtime stories. It is what keeps you feeling alive, no matter if you are new or seasoned. So grab your e-bike, put on those hiking shoes, and get out there. Beginner to expert. That thrill is waiting. And once you catch it, you're in it for life. And maybe for a few funny stories about that one time you bonded with a mud pedal. I'm Mike with Epic Happy Adventures. I hope to see you out on the trail.
Ride the float, pedal to the power, feel the spark ignite, e-bike humming low, but cruising through the night. No gas, no fumes, just the wind in my face. Batteries alive, I'm setting the pace. Charge it up.
That's all for this week's Adventure Amps podcast. Hope those obscure Colorado e-bike spots, enchanted circle vibes, and the Rio Grande del Norte wonders, and that endorphin rant got your hearts racing and inspired you to get out and either ride an e-bike or take a hike. Don't miss out. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast network or join us on our YouTube channel for more amps. I'll see you next adventure, and I hopefully will see you on the trail.